already spent 10 years in prison for armed robbery when he made that trip. He would spend another 4 years at Alcatraz.
I can't say I was scared. I wasn't scared. It was just a real eerie feeling. I felt like a guy that's going into the ground because it's like a final destination. And that's the way I felt when I was going up to the rock, see? It was the point of no return.
The average inmate population was 260 men. The prison could have held more, but it was never filled to capacity. You've probably heard of some of its famous inmates: Machine Gun Kelly, Al Capone, and Robert Stroud, better known as the Birdman of Alcatraz. Inmates spent most of their time in their cells or at their work assignments. The prison had some industries like a furniture shop, a place where the inmates made brushes, and a tailor shop. Other work assignments like the laundry kept the place running. You can see some laundry buildings along the shoreline. Above them, on top of the hills, is the prison's water tower. Alcatraz really is a rock. It has no water of its own, so even today it has to be shipped over from the mainland. Now look at the big building way up on top of the hill. That's the cell block. Inside are rows and rows of dismal cells, so small a man could barely stretch out in them. Rules were strict. For much of each day, inmates weren't allowed to talk with each other or the guards. No radios, no cards or letters, and relatives were always attached to their life. The psychological toll was great, said to make mean men even meaner.
The routine is what was important. Last Thursday, I couldn't tell you because the days all ran together.
There were a lot of guards at Alcatraz. In fact, one for every 3 inmates. Prison guard Maurice Morris Ordway worked at Alcatraz almost the entire time it was in operation. He spent some of his time in lookout towers, like the one you see near the shoreline.
The only guns that were carried were in the towers. No guns anywhere else. The towers were equipped with automatic weapons, 45s, and gas guns. And that was it.
Other days, Ordway watched the yard. Inmates who behaved were allowed to spend a few hours out there each day. Some played softball or dominoes. Others just sat around.
In the so-called bleachers of the yard, people were sitting around doing nothing but talk. Maybe just a bunch of them. Plan to escape or something. That's the yard for you.
The prison's location so near the life of the city didn't help much either. The bright lights of the city could seem almost close enough to touch.
I was out in the yard, and maybe a couple friends of mine, they start talking about a couple of chicks.